Get it. Hello and welcome to the Penno channel for this show, for the match reaction for Aston Villa 3, Luton Town 2. A mad game. Joined by my bro here to go through it. Just got over it. Can't believe we actually dug that out. It's not usually the Villa way of seasons before, but we managed to get the 3 points. Before we start, if you could like the stream, subscribe if you're new around here, and also drop a comment on everything we discuss and your thoughts on the game and how we went about it. Bro, mad. 3 points at Kenilworth Road.
Yeah, I'm happy, bro. I'm happy. Like you said, that doesn't normally play out that way for Aston Villa when you go from being 2-0 up and lose the lead. We don't do that. We don't then go and win the game. So it's refreshing, and we're going to get into it, but we're going to get into everything that we saw tonight. But yeah, man, that's another 3 points.
Yes, I'm so gassed about that because I'm so gassed about that. Cause I didn't, when it got to 2-2, I didn't expect it. I can't lie.
They looked like they were scored.
Yeah, that's how it felt. It felt like typical in the same patterns as the United game, but nah, we pull through, man, and you could see by Emery's celebration at the end how much it meant. But yeah, before we get into it, just teams that go to Kenilworth Road don't have a battle in it, especially top sides. I mean, Liverpool scored a last-minute goal with Luis Diaz to get a point. City were 1-0 down, but managed to get a 2-1 win. United were 2-0 up, but then Luton got one back, and it looked like Luton were going to come back within that one. I mean, Spurs struggled there towards the start of the season. They just about got a win. Yeah, it's mad. Arsenal, Declan Rice last minute to win it as well. Bro, no team, especially teams up in the top 6, don't have an easy time at Kenilworth Road. And today was just the same again, man. We really had to put everything into it to get the result. And it shouldn't have been that way really after the first half, but we got there in the end. Yeah, let's talk, man. Let's talk about the game because so many talking points. Firstly, first half, I thought we started off really well. We really controlled the game.
Let's go to the team.
Pace. Oh, you want to go team news first, yeah? Go on, then I'll let you go, bro. I'll let you go. Go on.
It was a big addition. Konza started his first game since what game was it? Sheffield United, wasn't it? Last time we was on Sky as well. So yeah, that was a big boost to see him coming back into the side. We kind of guessed that Konza will start and Powell wouldn't. Like it seemed like Powell was the one that would be nurtured more. But yeah, Moreno kept his place, and not much else changed with the front 6. Everything was the same.
Yeah, were you surprised with Luton that Benny didn't start and then just Townsend came in? That really surprised me because we were talking about that. Yeah.
Carry on, bro.
No, I was just saying that was a big surprise for me on Benny starting. Reece Burt maintains his place because Usha was not available. So yeah, I was surprised. That was a big surprise to me. So I thought, yeah, we could really get at him. But yeah, what did you think of the Luton lineup?
Well, I was shocked to see Amari Bell starting. I thought that seems weird, considering the noise about his hamstring issues and that. Like they just basically treated him like Diego Costa in the Champions League final. Remember when Atletico Madrid used that one game and he started
when he was getting all the treatment and his hammy just went off. Yeah.
I was surprised, and obviously for my fancy team, I'm gutted about that a bit, but who cares about that anyway? But yeah, I was shocked to not see Ogbene because Ogbene is an upgrade on Townsend, 100%.
Yeah,
Townsend.
The pace being a threat. Yeah, Issa Kabore getting minutes as well. That surprised me as well, coming back into the lineup.
He was playing well second half.
Indeed, we'll get onto that. We'll get onto that. But yeah, bro. First half, what were your thoughts on it? Because I thought we were really controlled in possession. Started off well. Within 2 minutes, Bailey gets around the defender, puts in a right-footed ball. Ramsey perhaps could go with his header, but it's difficult. It's a difficult height. That's in the first 2 minutes. Ramsey again has a great chance, which Kaminsky makes a good save from. And looks like we're cruising. Ollie was starting to get in the game. He has that first shot. Step over, twist, hits it straight at Kaminsky. Just felt like that goal was coming. How did you find the first 15, 20? And yeah, give us your thoughts on that.
I thought the first half, genuinely, bro, was some of the best football we played all season. I thought it was flawless, honestly. We were getting at them. We were mixing it up, being able to be in our defensive shape with a 6 and also dominating possession as well. We were able to play around the back. We were finding those cute little passes centrally. We were playing it out to Lenglet, to Moreno, and Lenglet was happy to play that pass straight into Watkins' feet, and Watkins was holding it up despite being like manhandled by Mengi at times. I don't know how Mengi didn't get sent off in the game.
Michael Oliver today. I can't lie. I don't usually get onto Russia, but Michael Oliver was having a stinker today.
But honestly, some of the some of the positions we were picking up, it almost felt like too easy at times. That long field ball, either on the left hand side or Cash into Bailey, or like Konza into Bailey was always on as well. So yeah, I was getting confident in the first 10 minutes genuinely, because I was like, okay, we're getting in here. Ramsey for me should do better for that first chance. I don't really know what he's trying to attempt. It is a bit of a weird one, but you'd expect better. And then I guess the second run as well was a bit worrying, because I was like, where's his pace and power, man? Where's his PMP gone? Like Dougie played him in, and he had a good yard on their defender, and you're not really convinced at the moment that he's going to go and score, to be honest.
Yeah.
So that was a bit got in as well with Ramsey. But yeah, the football,
So
they were playing man to man, and we were getting through them with ease at times. So it was almost like, are we going to regret not scoring more than 2 in the first half? That's how I felt. So,
the first one, I took it as we were looking to attack down our right-hand side, down their left, and with Amari Bell going off as well, it looked like that was more evident. They tried to switch it up from that point, with Amari Bell coming off, bringing Benny on straight away and having the little formation change. And it just looked like that right channel, we could cause havoc with Bailey. And the majority of our chances were coming down that right-hand side. We were causing so many problems. As you said, Ramsey had a few opportunities within that. As I stated, Watkins had the one with this little step over dash, and he hit it straight at Kaminsky, and he got low. And from that resulting corner, the first goal comes in. They'd already been pre-warned before that with the Douglas Luiz header. The movement within the box.
It was the Watkins chance that he hit high, weren't it? That went out for the corner. He made like an unreal save. Like he was playing like Neuer today. Like I don't know what he ate for breakfast and that, but he was impressive for Luton. Probably their best player in the first half. Yeah,
facts. But yeah, they had like a warning from our corners from Douglas Luiz header where he was free in the box and left open. And credit to Austin McPhee in attacking set pieces, because we do create chances and we do have great positioning from attacking set pieces. We'd created the space initially for Douglas Luiz, and in the second time we had a corner, we score from it. It's a lovely run. Watkins loses Mengi at the back post and gets across his man. I think it might be Morris or someone else who's not even aware that Watkins is there. We do our nice little set play move where different players are moving around in the box and on the edge of the box. And Watkins has a free header, man. There's no one on the post either. It's a great set piece going forward. Thoughts on the goal? Because it was thoroughly deserved for me.
Honestly, set pieces, attacking wise, it's like prime Villa, and then defending them is like 2015-16 Villa. So we gotta try and get the balance right a bit with that. But happy that we got the goal, because we started to feel like, we're gonna regret not taking. Like we're getting so many opportunities here. I think Bailey was put through as well. I can't really remember where he lost his foot in, or there was a chance where he could have played like Moreno at the back post as well. But beautiful header. And I was gonna say, when we take the lead, normally we do go on to win, and I know we have, but yeah, I was happy that we took the lead, and just gassed to see Watkins again scoring. He's on the run, 3 games in a row now. Is it 3? It's 3 games in a row, isn't it? He's on the run.
He's on flying, bro. Most GA within the league. He's playing at a world-class level. He's ridiculous. I think his GA for all English players across all leagues currently is second only to Harry Kane.
Yeah,
he's just phenomenal player, and always has been. But we're creating more.
He must tune into the podcast, because he's making me look like a genius right now. Because ever since I said he overtook Benteke, he scored against Forest. He's got 2 goals today. He's showing his worth, bro. And if he touches 30 plus GA and takes us to the Champions League in the same season, then serious conversations have to be happening about peak and where he ranks peak-wise in Aston Villa strikers, because this is just ridiculous the level he's playing at right now.
Yeah, facts. I thought a few things. Bailey was quality on the ball again within that first half before the goal even. McGinn was lively in the middle as well. He won back possession a few times. He played that great ball into Ramsey as well. And then we were very controlled at the back. He looked really good first half and really positive. Before we go on, let's get a few comments, bro, because the comments are lively in here. Mark says, hi, Aston Villa. Thanks for joining, Michael. Yeah, big up, man. Big up. Massive. Will Ford. Hi, guys. Great first half, and we dug in for the second half. Massive 3 points. It is to go free from those 3 fixtures. you'd have loved 9 points, and we've managed to get 9 points. I think even looking at them, I was like maybe 7, but 9 points is huge from Fulham, Forest, and now Luton. Marcus says supporting Aston Villa is the ultimate roller coaster ride there is. Hold on and enjoy the ride up the fucking Villa. Yeah, facts, Michael. Aurelia's joined us. Thanks for joining. He goes, I'm 10 years older tonight. Yeah, it's mad. It's mad. And the thing is, when Cotton Morris scored, I just had that impending doom. I thought, we're going to lose this one. I didn't even think we'd get a point. It's just typical Villa, I was thinking, and especially after the Old Trafford game. But no, proved me wrong, and big up to the team and Unai Emery. Aurelia says, Watkins selling him a dummy and spinning round him was clash. Yeah, facts. Watkins was unplayable today again. Weston, thanks for joining. He says the ref came out in the second half like the FA had phoned him up in the dressing room and told him Villa can't get top 4. Do your thing. Yeah, Mark Oliver, man. Some of the decisions were so soft, and then we couldn't get a free kick. It was mad. Marcus says first half was total control. Facts. Paul's joined us. Thanks for joining, Paul. He says, hi, Penno and Adam. How are you, bros? Watkins world class, and he will reach 30 goals now. We are 5 points clear of Spurs, 11 clear of United. Big facts. After Spurs' win today and how they pulled through, it was massive for us to get 3 points, and we did. Aurelia says Kaminsky's a class goalkeeper. Yeah, he's quality keeper. Weston says, I've never known a team give so many corners away, especially because we can't defend them. Yeah, we'll get onto that second half display for sure. Paul says Zaniolo will cancel his loan very poor. I think that will be the case. I don't think he'll be staying on, and we'll get onto the subs. And
that was one of the funniest cameos I've ever seen in my life.
Zaniolo's had some funny cameos, I can't lie.
Bro, I'd rather me and you or people from this chat could have done what he did today. Genuinely, bro.
Changes the game though, bro. 4 subs, the quadruple, which we'll get onto.
He's looting confidence, man.
We'll get onto it. Sharik, thanks for joining, Sharik. He says, it's concerning how many of the exact same goal we concede every week. Headers across the box and someone taps it in. Facts. It is, and we'll get onto that. Paul says 21 goals in all comps. Ollie Watkins killing it. Aurelia, every free kick they had, back post, not back every time. We'll get onto that. But yeah, the space, especially the second one. Oof, yeah, not good. Western lads, the amount of times I watched Manchester United win games like this in the 90s and 2000s, and the way to win titles, this is what top teams do. Man, you've been doing it the last 4 or 5 games they've won, the same predicament. So it's nice for Villa to do it, even though we don't want to go down to that. It's nice to just get the 3 points and get out of there. Michael says, the great thing about the win was the changes Emery made and sticking to the plan and not losing shape. He did. Facts. Had belief in the side. Big up Manny Central. Let's go, lads. He says, huge win. Ollie Watkins is a good man. Facts. Go watch Manny's content because I know he'll be doing some mad videos about this, which will be quality. So, yeah, big up Manny. Thanks for joining. Aurelio says, who was it on Sky said they would still take Tony for England? What the fuck? They don't care, man. They're just chatting nonsense, man. I swear they do. Marcus says, Manny, you taking acting lessons? Yeah, facts. Manny did a jokes video, so... Yeah, you can act, man. You can act. And Paul says, Oliver Twist, Oliver Twist. Yeah, regarding that. So, yeah, bro, before we continue again, if you could like the stream, sub if you're new around here, drop a comment on your thoughts. Comments are coming in, man. Great comments so far. Bro, we had another chance. Langley, again, attacking set piece-wise. Headers it over. And then also, Watkins was flying, bro, before he even got that second. We'll get into, actually, before we get into that, Jacob Ramsey going down injured. Thoughts, it's just so unlucky, and he just can't stay fit, man.
Yeah, I'm gutted. He had that big chance when he cut inside, and Kaminsky again produced a good save. But, man, this is just hard to watch at this point because you can tell it's bothering him. You can tell he's less of a player for these injuries as well. There's certain actions that he can't do. And to then just antagonize it again and have to come off in the first half. Like, it's actually, he's got in, and it's just another game where we've won, but it's come at a consequence of an injured player. And I'm just hoping it was just precaution and he's going to be okay. But yeah, got it for Ramsey, got it.
Yeah, he's having one of those seasons, man. He starts to play and get into a bit of form, and you just can't say. Hopefully, it was just a precautionary and it wasn't too severe. I saw him jumping up and down in the end and hugging Luca Digne. So
was he? Yeah.
Hopefully it's not too bad. Yeah, he came on the pitch and gave him a hug. So hopefully it's not too bad for him, and he's okay for midweek, or if not for the Spurs game. But Morgan Rogers getting the shout to come on. How did you feel about that? Were you surprised? I was surprised, to be fair. But were you surprised?
relieved that he's now ahead of Zaniolo in the pecking order, because in the Forest game, Zaniolo came on first before him, and I thought, oh, has he not done enough in training yet? But clearly he got the respect of Emery now, and I thought he played well. I thought he played really well in that first half. He looked sharp. He was getting past his man. He was putting in some nice crosses, picking up some dangerous positions. I like how he was receiving the ball at times as well. So yeah, I liked him in the first half. Second half, I'm going to get onto his performance a little bit more. But first half, yeah, I really liked it. And do you want to touch on the second goal?
But before that, we have another opportunity, and it's a great ball from Morgan Rogers. Morgan Rogers plays it across to Leon Bailey, who then plays in Ollie, and Ollie is just feeling himself now. Does that little step again, steps across the defender, and just whacks it off the post. And it's like, yo,
I think
this guy.
Said, that's when you know you're in confident mode. Like, he's in flow state.
Yeah, it was
right
Alan
now.
Smith said that. Yeah,
he's not thinking in his mind what he's going to do next, man. This is flow state. He's all natural, and he hits the post, and it's unlucky.
It's so unlucky, but yeah, he's not even thinking twice. He literally knows, I'm just going to try and get a shot off here. Beat steps across the man and absolutely just whacks it off the post. And they were like, he's dragged it initially, and then when you saw it again, he just hit the post, man. It was nuts. He was flying, and the second was coming, man. Let's talk about that second goal, bro. I'll give you the floor, because it's just brilliance all around, isn't it?
Yeah, well, when we eventually got to see it as well, I didn't actually know what had happened, and I don't think anyone else watching the Sky were late to it. And to be fair, I thought Watkins missed that first. Like, as much as I gassed him, I didn't actually think he missed, but he went in off the post, and it's a finish, and then the flag goes up, and you're like, okay, let's wait to see what happens. Bro, as soon as that replay came on, I was like, he's onside here.
Miles onside. Question the linesman there, because he's not even close. And I remember when Watkins scored behind, when he was walking off his hands on his head, Bailey was just like this. It's not.
I like the body language. Yeah, I like that body language gave me confidence, because Watkins did the same thing as well. Like, they seemed adamant, and great innovation from Luis. Quick thinking, ball over the top. That was what I was more worried about. I knew it was onside, but it was the ball rolling, and would they bring it back for something like that? But all good. And when that goes in, you just like, okay, we've got breathing space. We've taken the right chances, and we're 2 goals up, man, deservedly.
Yeah, they picked up on something on Sky. Basically, the way Luis played the ball, he was still looking at Bailey when he played the ball. So he's kind of done them with the eyes as well. And one of their centre backs has turned their back on it when Watkins gone through. So Dougie's giving them the eyes and whipped the ball across for Watkins, and Ollie's just through. The defender's not even he's looking at Watkins, and he's not even looking at the ball being played by Luis. And for Watkins to beat Kaminsky, man, he has to put it there, because Kaminsky gets close to it as well. So it's a real top finish, and yeah, the boy's flying, man. 16 goals, 10 assists in the league. Player of the year run, and he has to be in the nominations if he keeps this up for sure, and should be right up there to win it. But yeah, most GA in the league, Ollie Watkins, absolutely flying. Before the half comes to an end, you're like, okay, 2-0 now. Morgan Rogers has a massive opportunity as well to open his account again. His goal's coming in it, because he's had 3 now. That's a top class save from Kaminsky again, and his goal's coming in it, bro.
Yeah, if you keep getting into positions to score, them goals are gonna start flowing, and he's gonna start hitting off him when he doesn't even mean to shoot. He's gonna start happening for him like that. So
yeah, big save from Kaminsky. Morgan Rogers and his style of play, it allows him, because I knew at Middlesbrough he did operate in so many positions. He played off the left. He sometimes played in attacking midfield, sometimes up front, which I don't think is his position really. But yeah, your thoughts on him and how he operated today, and do you think that is where we're going to be looking to play him, or is he going to be more the second striker, the Yuri Tillemans role, when he does get opportunities, not just because Ramsey's got injured? Whose style do you think he?
Yeah, he can play.
He can play across more.
He can play across the front four, can't he? I guess for Middlesbrough at times he was playing in that striker role, where he was maybe like dropping deep and carrying a little bit as well. But I think he can play wide a little bit as well. He might lack a bit of pace, like getting past his man, probably on that side. But man, I liked his carrying. His footwork looked decent for that cameo today in the first half. What about you?
Yeah, he does. I think his touch and close control is really good. Might lack that bit of pace, but I think he uses his body well, and I think strong academy prospect. He's been at some West Brom Academy to Man City Academy. They must trust how he's technically, which I think is his strength. But yeah, just take time to bed in, and I thought he played well today. Going forward, especially defensively, we'll get on to second half, which I think he struggled a bit. But yeah, it was a good performance from Rodgers, and he should feel nothing about being taken off because he was on a booking and potentially he could have got a second. So I don't think it was anything to do with his performance. It was just the game state and what we were trying to achieve. So yeah, first half flawless, bro. I think we just controlled their press so well because we knew they were going to come out flying, and we played the game at our pace. We didn't get sucked into their pace first half and how they wanted to play the game, and they wanted to get on top of us, and we didn't allow for it.
Let me just read.
Let's get into the second.
Let me just read out some stats in the first half. 56 possession for Villa, 10 total shots to their 3, 6 shots on target to their 0, 1.48 XG for us to 0.18 for them. Domination, bro. Domination. 6 corners to 1 corner for them as well. So, yeah, dominated, bro. Genuinely flawless first half. Some of the best football I've seen us play. We were cutting them open. It was them as well, marking man to man. Like that played a part in it as well. Like the gaps were open, and we're not normally afforded that kind of space, but today we was. So it was a combination of both things. But yeah, I thought we were excellent.
Facts. Before we get in the second half, Paul says Alan Smith. What do you say, bro?
Word to Paul Lambert. I thought we was excellent.
Shout out to Paul Lambert, man. Paul says that Alan Smith, I hate him. He hates Villa. Alan Smith's meant to be a Villa fan, man. I think someone picks that up here later. Weston said I thought Lenglet was class again today. Quality on the ball, Lenglet was today for sure. It's just we'll get on to set piece defending because I think a lot of the team are at fault for it, and it's not a good look at the minute. Aurelia says yes, Alan Smith apparently a Villa fan, supposedly so, but he doesn't quite come across as one when he's trying to not be impartial the other way. Marcus says, do you know that when Villa do well, it follows with a baby boom? Is that the case, Michael? You got something to tell us in his part. Aurelia says, my baby days are maybe gone. Yeah, exactly. Same for me, Aurelia. So I don't know what Michael's getting at. Mark says Smith is a Villa fan, but I wonder sometimes, yeah, for sure. Weston says, yeah, never heard Smith say anything good about Villa and his Villa. Started out at my local non-league team, Alberchurch. Yeah, big up the church. Aurelio says, Rodgers does play a lot like Ramsey, but he's not quite ready. Yeah, it's taking time to bed in. But he did surprise me how well he played on the ball, for sure. That did surprise me. I thought he did really well, especially that first half, coming in straight in the cold like that. I thought he slotted straight in. Marcus says Watkins will be expecting tins next season. Oh, that's what he's getting at. The Watkins baby boom. Yeah. He has a good run and there's usually a child at the end of it. We'll see, man. We'll see. Because he's flying at the minute. Aurelia says, sure, I'm sure three's enough for me now in their 30s now. Wow. Philly Flyboxing says Rodgers needs a lot to learn in the Emery system. Yeah, it will, and it will take time, but he's seen something in Rodgers and his talents, and he thinks he can adapt and really, really come into this squad. And he showed elements of that today for sure. Yeah, Michael says the booking affected Rodgers' game, so it was right to bring him off, but he did okay. Yeah, facts. Weston, I know Rodgers will know tactical, but I hope it doesn't damage his confidence being substituted. I don't think it will. There's a point made. It happened to Leon Bailey at the start of some point this season. I'm sure it did. He was brought on and then taken off, and it ain't affected him at all. I know Rodgers is younger and newer to the squad, but I don't think it will. I think he'll take it in his stride, and the team getting the result in the end as well, I don't think it will affect him that way. William Ford says a lot about Emery's confidence in Rodgers that he played him so early. I think, in fact, he believes in him. He believes in him and he does rate him. Philly Farbloxing says, I'm just glad we got the 3 points. Yep. We need to sort out our defence before the Spurs game. Not much time to do that. There's only one game in between it, and we ain't going to get to train much this week, so it's going to be it's going to be interesting, man. Will says, anyone think Rodgers could start versus Ajax? Potentially. I think Mr. Diaby could potentially start against Ajax as well. I don't know what your thoughts are regarding that, bro.
Yeah, he could do, definitely.
And Paul says, if Villa beat Spurs and Wolves, we will get 4th. Yeah, one game at a time. One game at a time for sure. I think all concentration now goes on to midweek and a massive game away in Ajax. So yeah, bro. Do you want to get into the second half? Because what happened?
Bro, first 10 minutes, I was just like, we put the reserves out. That's how it felt. It felt like I was watching a different team. And to go from a flawless performance in the first half to not controlling the ball, can't make a pass, can't get up the pitch. I was just like, what is going on, bro? I was going, what is genuinely going on? And I said in a group chat at half time, Luton only need one because they're resilient and they believe when they're at that stadium. There's something about that stadium, the synergy they have with the fans. It only takes one goal. So yeah, man, I don't know what you was thinking watching some of the football.
I always say, Kenilworth Road reminds me of Power League, man. How on top the fans are, yeah. It's like it's in a cage. It felt like we were feeling the pressure that second half. We couldn't. It just all came crumbling down. I don't know what happened, what changed. What did you think it was positionally, formation, the adjustments Luton made? Yeah,
I think a little bit is on him. I think we just gave them too much respect. I get that you can sit back and just defend the lead in phases like we were doing in the first half. But I think when you get so used to being in that shape, and then when you do get the ball, you can't retain it. You invite them back to bring more pressure. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy almost. There were times when they lost the ball with a bad cross, then they'd win it back, then they'd lose it, then they'd win it back. And their fans are building momentum and they can start to sense that something's about to happen. Bro, we couldn't get out of our half.
We couldn't. It was just sustained pressure. It was mad. Okay, they were having a few chances that were causing us too much trouble, but it felt like a goal was coming. We just couldn't play out. We couldn't deal with the press, and it was strange because they came out with a high press first half, and we dealt with it really well. So to be 2-0 up and then to struggle with it second half, I don't know. Is it because the similar pattern to United, similar pattern?
I think with respect to Luton as well, their change made a big difference. They brought on Hashioka, who I think went into
took off Andre and Josh Townsend,
and he went into one of the centre back roles, and I think it allowed Doughty to get wide, and he's their danger man from those wide areas. His delivery is incredible. He's a player. Honestly, he's a player. Like if we did have to move Luca Dean on in summer with wages, he's a player I would not mind at Villa. I do like how he plays, and he can play either side as well. But some of his deliveries was just incredible, and it's mad because it kind of makes you think if Edwards had noticed that from the start or at half time, they could have been onto us because we managed to survive for 60. We managed 66. To survive for 15 minutes, 20 minutes before their first goal.
Yeah, it's 20 minutes of the second half.
And that sub was made 53 minutes.
Yeah. They kind of changed their shape, and we're getting to that. Our left-hand side, we were struggling at times, weren't we? Especially Rodgers was on that side, and Issa Kabore was getting a lot of joy. So I think that's kind of what led to them just continuing the pressure on us. And Aurelio makes a great point here. It seemed like at points, if we get to the comment, it seemed like we switched from playing out to the back to kicking long balls that we saw coming straight back to us. It did feel that way. It feel like we kind of just gave up control, which was doing so well in the first half, and changed our system. Now, obviously, I think the reason behind that was because we thought they were going to press even more and there'd be more spacing behind, so we'd go long. But it wasn't working at all, was it? It was just more they were getting the ball back, and it was just being sustained pressure on our back four and our goalkeeper.
Yeah, and I think this is probably a thing that Emery has been criticised before in terms of giving up too much possession when leading. Hasn't done it as much this season as he probably did in his Arsenal stint, but there are elements of it still being there, and I think that's just how he sees winning football games. But man, it's hard. It was hard to watch second half, and I don't want to be too harsh, but it was reminiscent of Gerrard ball. Like some of the things we were watching at. Like we have to be real in it. We have to be real. It was reminiscent of Gerrard ball, where we couldn't get out, we couldn't get up the pitch, we didn't have any real outlets keeping the ball higher.
No, no confidence on the ball.
No confidence, and it was them missing chances rather than us defending well. It felt at times.
Yeah, and our left-hand side was in trouble, man. He was in big trouble, and they were getting so much freedom. And when the goal, again, set pieces defensively, we bring it up all the time. Defensive set pieces. Where are we going wrong, bro? What is happening? Because
I really don't know. Are we getting players dragged out of position too easily? Are we not? Are we not marking
is it
our?
our physicality? Because we're not the strongest side, are we? Let's be real. Especially if there's no Diego Carlos in the side, there's no Tyrone Mings, there's no Boubacar Kamara. That's some units that are missing from the side. Okay, you have Ezri Konsa back, but who else would you say? Ollie Watkins, the next one. Apart from that, maybe Morgan Rogers
Konsa,
when he was on the pitch.
Konsa,
Yeah,
Konsa.
I'd say Konsa Watkins. I think who else? I wouldn't say Lenglet's physical presence. He can defend, but he's not physically present.
And
In the
McGinn has
box.
the grit, but he's not physically that guy, is he? Like in terms of height and winning his
Yeah,
areas.
and stature. Yeah. So
Martinez,
when the
Martinez probably the next one. Martinez, the goalkeeper himself, probably the next one.
of course, Martinez, but you can't just rely on Martinez to keep coming out for the ball because they're going to put it in different areas. And the delivery, they've whipped it to the back post. Morrison's all over Konsa, to be fair. But Konsa can't really do much about it. It's head it back across instead of heading it out because Morrison's imposing himself on, and Morris is imposing himself on Konsa's back. Reece Burke has 2 attempts to score, to be honest. It's a great clearance from Matty Cash and then a top save from Emi Martinez.
Was that Matty Cash off the line? Yeah.
Yeah, Matty Cash off the line. Such a good clearance off the line. He kind of slipped back and was still in the goal. And Reece Burke had another a chance and Martinez saved it before Tahith Chong tapped it over the line. And it was coming, wasn't it? And just conceding that goal.
Yeah, I was even hoping like it went out of play or something from when he headed it back in March.
Yeah.
But nah, they didn't even check it out or anything. But they deserved it, man. And listen, credit to Luton. Any Luton fans listening, man, you should be proud of your team because you gave us a scare today. You gave us a scare today and you were relentless. And I genuinely thought you was going to go on to win the game.
Same.
So fair play, man. The more the games go on, I hope they don't go down, but it is looking like they're going to give it a big fight. But at the end, they might go down. So it's harsh, man. It's harsh. But
and as I stated, every team in that top 6 have given a game at Kenilworth Road, man. They've had to earn their 3 points if they do get 3 points from that ground. So, and we've just had to do the same again today. So yeah, it's poor defensive setup. Well, is it setup or is it our actual defending? Is it?
I think it's a
do we say it's Austin McPhee or is it more the player's responsibility? How do you feel about the defending set pieces?
Firstly, do we know that Austin McPhee's in control of the defensive? If he is,
no, we don't. You assumed,
let's just assume he is. Then I think if he gets credit for our attacking set pieces, he has to take some kind of criticism for the defensive ones. But it just feels like their guys are always just free. It's free. Like look at Niakate's goal the other day. Like he's just free just to walk into the box from a second ball and just get a tap in. Like it's always like a big like empty goal for them to score from. And I guess their first goal, it was like little deflections here and there, but it's the presence in the box. Yeah. We were overwhelmed today.
Yeah, facts. And you know, Carl Morris is a unit. It's a big size. I mean, Reece Burke's decent size as well. Mengi as well. They've got some units. They've got some units in that, and we seem to come across sides who have bigger players than us currently, especially our starting 11. I mean, if you run through it, you've got Moreno, Lenglet potentially, but he's not physically imposing. I wouldn't say that. Okay, Konsa, yes. Matty Cash, I wouldn't say so. John McGinn, I wouldn't say so physically in the air. Douglas Luiz, no, I wouldn't say so. Jacob Ramsey when he's on, not really. Maybe Morgan Rogers a bit because he has the height and the presence, but I don't know if he's imposing in that way. Leon Bailey, no. Ollie Watkins, Yuri Tillerman, so yeah, maybe Watkins. So we don't really have that in our squad especially when a Mings isn't available or a Diego Carlos, say, for instance, who can impose themselves in that sense. So yeah, you do remember when Mings plays and from set piece defensively, we'd mark the zone, but Mings would be left as the free man, so he could attack the ball. Yeah. And so any ball that came into the box, he would attack the ball. He'd be left as a free man. Everyone else would like mark in the zone, and Mings would just have the free roam to attack the ball to head it out. We don't really have that now, and I think that is one area where we are struggling. The reasons for that, yeah, man, and it just felt like the equaliser was coming. Now this is poor defending, I think, from this set piece.
It's a poor free kick to give away as well, man.
Yeah, it is. It is a poor free kick to give away for sure. Doherty's delivery is exceptional. Great defending, great defender, and he's got a great left foot. At the back post, they have two men, and one's unmarked. I can't really remember who's unmarked, but then McGinn's marking Carl Morris at the back post, and Carl Morris absolutely brushes past McGinn. They have such an overload on that right side from the free kick. It could be there's two, and then there's another man as well, and none of us have picked him up. And the way Alfred Doherty dropped the ball into the box, it's just begging for someone to get
as
past.
Soon as it left his foot, you knew what time was coming. And let's argue this though: is Chung doing similar to what Van Dijk's goal was ruled off for in the semi-final in terms of he's offside initially and he stops one of our players getting to the ball? Because that's what it looked like to me. That's what it felt like to me. It felt like he was in an offside position and he was involved in the play. So I'd have to.
That's fair. That's fair, but I think the defending's terrible. I think they have so many men free at the back and who are not picked up. It's just John McGinn there, literally, and there's two men around him. Carl Morris breezes past John McGinn, and it's a good finish. But we did add. I don't think we respected the delivery of Doughty. I don't think we respected it, and he's got many assists this season. He has a great left foot. So he goes to 2-2, and what are you thinking, bro? What are you thinking? Actually, before that, again, we'll get to some comments quickly because there's some good comments in here. Weston says, yeah, you're right about Rodgers. Was on the pitch at the end celebrating with the players in front of the fans. He didn't seem affected by it. I don't think he was at all, and he looked over the moon as well. Marcus says, I'm taking the second half as a positive. They came at us, but we showed our skill to pick it back up and get the win. That's a huge point, and something that's not synonymous with Villa squads. And top teams do that, and we did that. So that's a massive point for sure. Aurelio says, seemed like we switched from playing out from the back to kicking it up. Yeah, I went through that before, Aurelio. Facts. Spendon says, Bailey and Watkins' connection for a goal equals War 2 to it's massive. Most connected goals between each other, I think it's 7, isn't it, in the league? Between a partnership, they're flying, man. Weston, I thought Tim looked all wrong when he came on. All he done was give the ball away and commit fouls.
Yeah, I agree with this. I want to touch on this because if you look at it, he's come on as soon as they've equalised, so it's not the most ideal game state for to make their appearance. But I do agree he was not good. He was not good. He was making fouls. He couldn't keep the ball. One to forget about that. You probably see more in the Conference League, but I can't argue with that point. He did look poor, but again, it's the game state as well. You're coming in as soon as they've equalised. Their whole fans got the momentum up. I think any player would struggle.
Aurelio says, not in the Emirates gang yet, but he seems slow to make a change when we could see the left side had been assaulted. We'll get onto that as well because, I thought the changes did come a bit later than expected. Weston says, I don't even think Diego Carlos gets his head on things in the box either. I don't know. I'm not so sure. I think he does. I think he's quite a presence in there. Sometimes he's too rash for me. I think that's a problem with Diego Carlos. Sometimes he's overcommitted rather than not trying to do that. But I think we just lack a presence to actually go and attack the ball. Weston says, do we zone mark or man mark from set pieces? It's difficult to stand. I think they switch it up at times. Because I think Forest, we man mark, but today it seemed like we played to our zone. And we struggle both ways by the looks of things. Michael, the best way to answer the question set pieces is if you was playing against Villa, what would you identify as a witness? Facts, it is set pieces, defensively and our physicality for sure. Englishman in Prague, thanks for joining. He says, hi from Prague. Win is a win, it's a win. Great first half, second half, one chance, one goal. That is what good teams do. Facts for sure.
Yeah, I agree with that. But what I would say is, in the moment after the game, you can enjoy the 3 points and we're happy as well. But I think it's also important to just analyse a performance and be honest if we are bad in the second half. Because ideally, what you don't want is for next week for us to be in that position again and play the same against Spurs, who have more quality than Luton, and they punish us. It's almost like how United were winning the way they were winning. It weren't really sustainable. And then they come against Fulham and Fulham absolutely outplayed them. Villa aren't on that level of poorness at all to United. But it's just like a comparison to make. Because that second half, it wasn't good. We can be honest as fans, it wasn't a good performance. So hopefully,
it's one of the worst.
One
of the worst second halves for sure.
You think next week, yeah, exactly. You think next week, 90 minutes against Spurs, we have to be on it 100%.
Paul says Aston Villa 31 points at home, third in form, and away we have 24 points, fourth in form. We're a top
Woo!
four side. We played as a top four side the whole season. Even other statistical metrics, we're a top four side, so we deserve to be there.
It's mad because we haven't really been looking up lately in terms of the teams above us and like their results. Like, I don't know about you, I haven't been focusing on like Arsenal and Liverpool
No.
But then I'm looking today, I'm like, wow, we're 2 points behind Arsenal. Like, you know, I don't
It's
think we're
mad.
in anything. But it is nice to just still see we're there. 27 games, I think 55 points, so we're still averaging more than 2 points a game. It's beautiful stuff, man.
Earlier says 2-2 and I can't get off the toilet. Was you having a mad one at the time? I had to go run upstairs when it was 2-2. Went all mad. Earlier says Tim for Tielemans was the only change I didn't agree with. Yeah, we'll get onto the quadruple subs. Paul said with 35 goals for and 15 against at home, 24 and 22 away. Okay. So yeah, home statistics are mad. Goals and goals against. Away, it's up and down, but we're getting the results, which matters. Mark says, yeah, it was really a game 2.5, which is an absolute fact. Weston says, here's a question: what's the lowest we've been in the league this season?
Bottom of the league.
Too sure.
Bottom of the league.
Oh yeah,
Newcastle.
yeah, bottom. Yeah, of course. -4 goal difference, conceded 5. So yeah, bro. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about Rodgers then? Do you want to talk about Rodgers? Because I've seen some fans asking why was he taken off? Do you have your take on it first? Why you think Emery made that change with Rodgers, and what you thought of him in the second half?
I think because he was on the booking and they were causing us. There was countless times we were trying to get past us on our right side, and it may have been a matter of time that he did get a second yellow, or just defensively, Rodgers wasn't quite understanding his role. So I think that was the right substitution. I don't know what your thoughts were regarding that.
Yeah, I agree. I thought first half he was really good on the ball, but second half off the ball and defensively, he wasn't covering the wide areas correctly. They were getting the ball to Kabore way too easily, and Kabore was gaining confidence in attacking Rodgers. Because also Rodgers didn't really look like he knew how to win a duel in that sense.
Yeah.
Like he's going into attack, it was all wrong. He was like clear fouls. It was like easy flags for the linesman. And I think if you think back now, he had 3 tackles. He had first warning, yellow card, second warning before red, and Umi and I just thought it's not worth the risk, and he's not covering the space as well anyway. So he had to come off. Whether Zaniolo, I don't know, but it probably be someone else instead of Zaniolo. But
it was the right decision. Did you think the subs came quite late?
Yeah.
Did you expect them earlier? Yeah,
after the first goal, maybe.
Yeah, same. Did you expect 4?
No, well, it was 3 at first, and then he added another one. Tielemans did look tired. That might have been the thinking. Tielemans did look tired.
Yeah, I agree. I thought they came a bit late, but when I saw 4, I was like, wow, that's a massive change considering how many minutes are left. That's 4 positions. You're just going for it. How did you think Alex Moreno coped that second half?
He was getting done. And defensively, we've spoken about him this season. He struggles, man. He struggles to get his body across and get a tackle in, or pace-wise, which is surprising as well, because I think that would be one of his strengths. People are getting in behind him, bro.
He's sharp. Yeah. Yeah, he
maybe I might need to rethink the praise I've given Moreno in terms of the pedestal, because a lot of it is based off last season, and we are seeing a little bit of a regression off the ball. On the ball, I still think he can provide those good crosses, and he picks up good areas for tap-ins at the back. There was a couple of times first half where he wasn't getting found and he was in acres of space. But defensively, yeah, there are question marks, and I would not be surprised to see Luka Digne start against Spurs.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it. I'd still think Moreno would be the one attacking wise, because they're going to leave gaps on transition, but defensively as well, you have to wait up. So we probably make that decision.
Yeah, so it ended up the 4 subs being Morgan Rodgers going off again, Alex Moreno, Yuri Tielemans, and the other one was... Who was the other one, bro?
Diaby.
No, Diaby and Leon Bailey. So
Leon Bailey,
yeah. So Diaby comes on, Zaniolo comes on, Timo Boone comes on, and Luka Digne comes on. Emery's gone for it. And what I love is that Moussa Diaby comes on and makes an impact. Big game, big impact sub for him, big performance from him to come on again because he was getting into space and he was operating in space with the ball. And he made a difference, bro. Let's get to the goal because it's a sublime ball again from Moussa Diaby. He did it away at Bournemouth for the assist for Ollie Watkins. And the delivery for Luca Digne is top quality. You pay big money for signings and okay, he's on the bench. But what you want him to do is when they come on, make an impact. And it's a ridiculous ball and a fantastic run for Luca Digne. I was worried potentially there was some offside within that ball. You look at it, he's run so deep. There's no chance. Just the subs making an impact and having an impact. No,
I don't know about you. I didn't really celebrate.
I kind of withheld myself.
Yeah, big ones like that. You gotta just wait. Out big decisions like that. But I do think if Diaby comes on earlier, when they score their first, we probably could have killed that game before they equalised. Because I was starting to notice Bailey. I don't know if you remember one action where the pass was kind of off for him. He was a bit in front, and he turned his back on the play.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? He could have got to, but he kind of turned his back and got back into shape. I was like, Bailey's tired. And
I thought Bailey's defensive contributions were good, though. I did think that.
I thought Bailey today, like footwork-wise, he was moving like an elite technician. Like all his actions were really positive. But it must be draining in the end to always do those cutbacks and those quick steps to get past your man and drag the ball forward. Yeah, Bailey looked tired to me. Same with Rodgers a bit as well, but I genuinely thought Rodgers was gassed in that second half, having to deal with Kabore constantly. He looked a bit new to him, that kind of role. So yeah, I'm not too mad at the Rodgers substitution. I'm not mad at the Bailey substitution either. And credit to Diaby because even though his touch still looked a little bit loose and getting away from him a bit, when the moment of quality happened, he provided it. And he's such a good ball. And you're spot on to make the comparison with Bournemouth away because it's a similar type of goal.
Yeah, similar type of goal. And Luca did our back post headers from left backs. We've had a few, or left back scoring from the back post. We've had a few goals, and again, it's a great header. He does the imperative thing of heading it downwards, so Kaminsky can't really read the direction of the ball. And it's a great header. Before he has no time to react to it, it's already passed him before it goes in. And yeah, the French connection, man. Luca Digne, Moussa Diaby. Huge goal, man. Another one indeed. A huge goal.
He must have took whatever Emery said last week to heart, man, because that was like his fourth ever Villa goal.
Oh, it was both of them sat next to each other. He was having a go at last time, so he was probably saying, "Yeah, look at back post, Moussa,
back post,
put it there." But yeah,
and Diaby needed that, didn't he? Really, like we know that he hasn't lived up to expectations this season, but to still come on and provide some nice moments of quality. I've been a big critic of Diaby, I can admit it, but to come on and just show that quality that we paid the money for is good to see. And he'll probably start against Ajax, you'd think.
Yeah, I think he will. I think he will as well. I think there might be a number of changes, but it's just a quality goal. It's a quality goal, man. And yeah, you could tell with this pandemonium at Kenilworth Road and as well. It was mad. Luca Digne's gone straight. They've all gone to Moussa Diaby because they've realised how quality the ball was and how important that goal is. Because morale, the mentality, it's in tatters a bit after that. Especially, I know, okay, it's teams have struggled there, but to be 2-0 up and to go to 2-2, and to having done that previously this season and lost the game, just elite mentality. And you could see from Emery's celebration how much it meant to him. He was going mad when we scored that one. I bet Rob Edwards is sick and tired of away managers scoring goals in the last few minutes against him because
he looks sick.
There. Yeah, he looked sick.
Stomach,
and I think he had every right to, because
I think they deserved the draw personally.
Yeah, they definitely deserved the point. I thought for sure. I did. But top side, we keep moving. Massive goal, man. Just the joy. What was I saying? Just lost my head, man. Watching it, it was mad.
Yeah, it feels surreal a little bit because I'm almost in the game thinking, "Oh my god, we've lost." I'm still there at the moment. Like it hasn't actually sunk in that we've found a way because it's so unfamiliar to any Villa fan. This type of result, unless we were in the Championship, in the Premier League though, this type of win's so unfamiliar to Aston Villa fans, especially when you're 2 goals up as well. To still find a way to then go and win. It reminded me of what Arsenal did there, because I think they had a lead as well, and they got their lead taken away, and then they're still scoring the last minute. So
yeah, and we can say what we thought about the subs and that they were late, and potentially we thought we didn't agree with some, but he's got it right. Unai's got it right. We may say it's late, but it's not, because we've won the game, and that's the most important thing. And the 2 substitutes out of the 4 created and scored the goal. So it's the perfect tactic. He's got it right.
I think you balanced the criticism. You say Emery was at fault for us having that lead reduced in the first place. Like, the style of football was just not it. But then he corrects that as well. So you have to give credit for the substitutions as well. So
facts. Oh, I'm so happy, man. I'm so glad, because I was dreading drawing that one. Because being it would have been 3 points, Spurs game in hand, and Spurs next week.
That would have felt like a loss.
Yeah, it would. It
would have felt like a
loss. It was.
And Spurs will be watching that, no doubt. That will take some gloss off their win today. Trust me, with the fans and players.
They'll have that little, do you know, one of them ones? Like,
yeah. That's what Gary Neville says, isn't it? Gary Neville loves to do one of them ones.
Yeah, he's like, when they're watching and like it's similar to what City and Arsenal fans must have felt watching Liverpool today. Just a similar feeling, just like, shit.
What was that? 90 plus 9? Like, I swear it's like
99. Mad.
I don't know, man. I don't know what kind of brown envelope Klopp been giving these West, man. Did you see the goal?
It's a Klopp farewell tour, bro. They're gonna cook the numbers. They're gonna cook them. Poor Forest.
I've already written that final game at Villa Park this season off, man. With Liverpool coming to town, like no hope.
Hopefully, top 4's all sealed, done and dusted, then, man. Because who knows what snide decisions could be happening.
Oh my god, that's gonna be one of the most watched games of the season outside of like the normal big games, isn't it? Villa Liverpool, Klopp's last game, Villa Park. That's gonna be a massively watched.
I'd love if we'd got top 4 already and it was decided.
Oh, we're chilling.
So because and especially if they're in their title, or if their title race is all done and dusted. Yeah,
I don't know. I think this title race goes to the wire. To be honest,
we might be able to catch him at that point. I really said here, can we catch Arsenal? But could we catch them? Yeah, exactly. It's in our hands.
I'll probably say if they had Man City away this weekend, I'll probably say but when they got Sheffield United away, it's just like okay.
Aurelio said, I might have peed a bit third goal. Thank God for Telepants. Aurelio, I think
Aurelio,
he's been all over the gaff that game, man. Went to the toilet, came back down, and then nearly pissed himself. All over the place. Big up, Rich. Thanks for joining, Rich. He says, keep Bailey fresh for Spurs. Yeah, I won't be surprised if Bailey doesn't start. Ajax and Diaby does in his place. But yeah, big up, Rich. Low Socks Bailey does it again, man. Keep saying it ever since he said that. He's been shining. Rich says, Old Villa would have lost that game. Facts. Aurelia says 2 subs combined for the winning goal. Yeah, facts again. Rich Rogers did okay when coming on for Ramsey. And Aurelia said, yeah, can we catch Arsenal? And Michael's saying, why should we not think we can catch Arsenal? Big facts, Michael. Big facts. Why can't we catch all 3 of them still? Why not? We have to play them all. Come on. We're doing the damn thing, man. But yeah, bro, who was your man of the match?
Ollie, George, Arthur, Watkins, Gunshot Watkins.
Ollie.
PFA Player of the Year. PFA Player of the Year as things stands. The best striker, peak for peak in Villa's. In my time watching Aston Villa, I never saw Dwight York, so I can't say York. But of the strikers I've seen, he's the best. Peak now. I'm just. He's
got to get 20. He's got to get 20 in the league now. He's got to win it.
What's he on? 16.
Yeah, he's got to get 20.
4 goals. You'd hope he'd back that up in the next 3 games, isn't it?
Yeah. He's got to get 20.
If he's on this insanity run where he scores in consecutive games, it's 3 now. So I just love it. I just love this guy being our striker.
He's so sick.
He signed the deal. He signed the deal. So,
bro, they were all over him today as well. The centre backs were all over him. They're giving him no space. Michael Oliver was giving him no decisions, but he didn't care, man.
Can you believe some people were saying he doesn't deserve a deal earlier in the season? He hasn't earned it because he hadn't scored yet in the league.
That's what I'm saying about his wages and stuff, and saying like he doesn't deserve to get that.
Pay this guy what he wants, man. Look at that. He's above Saka and just behind Kane. ridiculous.
Touch as well. New player signing contracts, and they haven't been doing the old.
As well,
that's what I'm saying. They've done the old Aubameyang, so yeah, we take that. But yeah, big performance. My man of the match is Ollie Watkins for sure. I thought Leon Bailey had a good game. I thought Clement Longley had a decent game as well on the ball.
On the ball,
yeah, in the ball. But defensive areas struggled again at times.
You even tried one little Cruyff turn that came off. I was just like, okay, pal,
yeah. Confidence.
I was like, okay, pal. Is that you? Yeah.
Clement Longley. Clement Torres.
Torres. That probably indicates Torres's level as well. To be fair,
yeah,
because I think Torres comes on maybe like left back or something, and then you tuck in, you push Cash on, and do that if he's fit enough.
Mm-hmm.
So that probably indicates Pau's just not ready.
Again, first half there's so much control. If Pau Torres is playing that second half, does it get to that stage? Do you think, or it was just how Luton attacked and he wasn't that player?
No, I don't know, because Fulham still scored, didn't they? And then they had the Adama chance at the end. If that goes in and Pau's still on the pitch, then we're looking at that game different. So maybe a little bit more control, but I just think Luton's resilience. Big up Luton again, man, because the job they're doing. I know they're still in the relegation zone and they might get relegated, but performances, they've won the hearts of English fans this season. Definitely Premier League fans.
I think fans of Premier League fans of other clubs, they want Luton to stay up. I think they deserve to stay up. To be honest.
In contrast to what Burnley and Sheffield United are doing as well,
yeah. Considering they came through the playoffs as well,
yeah,
they've really given it a go. Again, everyone, if you could like the stream, subscribe if you're new, and again, keep dropping comments. The comments are great, and even if you're watching after the live stream, drop your comments and your thoughts on the game as well. Who was your man of the match from the game? Let us know. And also another one: will Ollie Watkins get 20 goals in the league? Because I think he will very soon. Paul saying we can win the league now. Paul always gives a big shout at the end of every stream when he's in here. He's saying we can win the league now. Paul, I love your confidence. Aurelia says Ollie G.A. Watkins facts. Rich says title race. Let's go indeed. Marcus says Watkins is class. Yeah, he's one of the top strikers in the league. Rich says 3 away wins in a row. Henry Ball, 3 away wins, massive. 3 wins in a row. We needed 9 points from. It was massive after that United game. Just turned it back around in our favour. Paul says Arsenal have tough fixtures. They do indeed. Rich says Ollie all day. Good to see constant dynamics. Big facts as well. Ezri's come back into the side and he's done 90 as well, which is massive. To only just return to full training this week and now he's done a 90 minutes. It shows how how good Ezri's body is and how it holds up, because to come back and just do a straight 90 is unheard of. He didn't even get taken off. So yeah, big up Ezri Konsa. Lynn Pedersen's joined. She says Watkins is class. Yeah, facts, he is. And got the 2 balls for the brace. Aurelio says Kenilworth Road cooks considering under 12k. It does, man. It's some atmosphere. It's Power League. I'm telling you, it's Power League with everyone around the cage, just staring in. It's on top, and we've done well to get out of there with 3 points. Paul says they are Brentford, Brighton, Chelsea, Wolves, Tottenham, Man City, and Man United. He's talking about Arsenal's fixtures. Yeah, I think everyone's got to play. Everyone around the top 6 sides. I'm sure us, Spurs, and United have all got to play Arsenal, City, and Liverpool, and then we've got to play Spurs. And I think there's a few others as well. I don't think Spurs and United. I think they played it over twice, but yeah, still a lot of games to go between the top 6 sides. Paul says Watkins' mom, and he's going Watkins is better than Ronaldo. Cristiano, yes. R9, not yet. Yeah, bro. Anything else you want to
say? Yeah, look forward to Ajax, man. That's mad that's come around. That's this Thursday, isn't it? So Ajax and then into Spurs. Spurs, biggest game of the season for you?
Bro, it was this week. It was today. Was the biggest game of the season. Last week it was Forest was the biggest game of the season. I think it's game by game now.
Professional answer as ever.
Game by game, man. Because today felt huge.
I just think this Spurs game is going to be. Is the poster stamp for our season. They're coming to Villa Park. We got the win against them in the last game, and they'll probably be looking for revenge. With Richarlison out is going to be a big plus for Villa, I think. He was in scoring form for them. I was looking at a lot of their teams, their fans' comments today. They were saying they weren't that good in the first half. Like, there's a lot of things going. Maddison isn't as sharp as he was before. Their midfield and their strikers weren't on the same wavelength. I've seen a lot of Spurs fans upset with their performance in the first half. So you never know what Spurs team's going to come to Villa. We got to be prepared for the best version of them.
Yeah, obviously we got.
I'm excited. I'm excited for that game. I think that's going to be another goal fest, man.
That game feels like it's going to be a blockbuster, man. Two sides who know how to attack. That game feels. Michael's gone. We will beat Spurs 2-0. I don't think we keep a clean sheet against Spurs. I feel like that game.
I'd expect us to beat them like
4-3 written all over.
I'd expect them to beat them like 9-1 more than a 2-0. Like, we don't work like. I hope you're right though, Rich. Like, that would be.
I do. I might, but yeah. We'll get onto that though. We'll do a preview of that for the Ajax game and for that as well included. We'll probably preview the Spurs with a reaction of the Ajax game. But anyway, thanks for everyone for joining. Jay says, sorry I'm late, boys. Some game, yeah. Big facts. Thanks for joining anyway, Gio. Really appreciate it. Yeah, anything else, bro?
Villa released a statement saying they've had no word from the FA about them breaking any rules with the badge. So I think the Shield badge will be released soon.
Yeah. Interesting times, for sure. See a lot of stuff about regarding off the field, but today's about on the field, man. We can discuss that another day.
We can taste it now. With the Adidas kit next season, Champions League, like, come on, Villa, let's just get this done now. Like, we're seeing the way we've come back after that Manchester United loss where we deserve to win, in my opinion. And just to get 3 wins on the bounce against teams you'd expect us to beat, but still tricky games. Without our key players. Like, the amount of adversity these teams had to face this season is ridiculous. Like, imagine where we'd be if we had all our players.
Bro, we'd be right up there for sure if we had all our players fit. For sure, man. But yeah, bro, thanks for joining me tonight. This has been a great stream. It always is after 3 points, and when you get it in the last minute as well, it makes it even sweeter. So thanks for joining. Everyone who's been in the chat, you've been quality, man, and great comments throughout. So appreciate you commenting, and it makes these streams so much better when you all get involved and drop your comments, and we can discuss everything about Villa and the game that's gone on. Again, like the stream. If you're new around here, subscribe to the channel. This is what we do: match previews, match reactions, and then do other stuff talking about Villa. If you like the stuff, the content, how we talk about everything to do with Villa, so drop us a subscription and leave your comments after the video. Let us know who's your man of the match. Can Watkins get 20 goals? And any other thoughts you have regarding Villa or anything else we've discussed within the pod, because I like to jump in the comments and reply to the comments and have a discussion. So that would be much appreciated. Bro, it's been a pleasure. Enjoy your Saturday night. Enjoy your Sunday, and we'll speak again before the Ajax game. He's already dipped off. Thanks all.